And our big story tonight is the electricity concerns that will stretch all week long. Texans are feeling the heat and the summer power strain. ERCOT pleading with millions of Texans to conserve electricity in their first conservation alert of the season. And it comes as the high temperature right here in Houston reached a sizzling 98 degrees today.
Now, that conservation alert stretches all week as the Houston area is forecast to keep baking under miserably hot temperatures. And if this feels like deja vu, well, that's because it is.
This was the tweet sent out by ERCOT 4 months ago today. It was February 14th at the start of the February freeze, requesting Texans to conserve electricity, and we all know how that turned out.
ERCOT says two things are causing these tight conditions. First, there's a high demand for electricity. That's a given.
That's right, but the second issue here is some of the power-producing facilities are offline right now for repairs. In fact, 11,000 megawatts of power was offline today, so keep in mind, 1 megawatt powers 200 homes on a summer day. So this means the capability to keep the lights on for more than 2 million homes, well, it just wasn't available today.
ERCOT did not have an answer as to why this was the case, but they claim they're trying to get to the bottom of it.
The good news, Dominique, there were no rolling blackouts today, but look how close we came. This is a chart from ERCOT. The orange bar right there is the electricity capacity. The green bar is the demand, and we got very close to surpassing that electricity that was available during the 1 o'clock and the 2 o'clock hours today.
Now, this is frustrating for so many families who are just trying to keep cool.
Especially when Governor Greg Abbott signed legislation just 6 days ago to keep Texans from experiencing yet another power failure. Listen.
Power grid reform in Texas is now law. There is now greater accountability in the system than ever before.
But even though that state legislation was signed into law last week, it will likely take years before changes are fully implemented. So as you might expect, a new conservation alert, let alone for a full week, has a lot of people really fired up tonight.
So here are some of your responses on the KPRC2 Facebook page today. A lot of frustration, calling the situation ridiculous. One viewer saying, Electric Reliability Council of Texas. Reliability is in their name, and they can't even do that right.
Now, at the height of February's winter storm, nearly 5 million homes and businesses were in the dark all across Texas. And today's news has some people on edge. Our Devin Clark live outside one group home that was left in the cold and the dark just a few months ago. Devin, how are they feeling tonight?
Dominique, harsh memories of losing power during the winter storm in February are still frozen into the minds of people here at Noah's house. And now they're bracing for the possibility of losing power again and facing a much different problem.
It was sad to leave our home. Very sad, because this is our home.
Emotions are still running high here at Noah's house.
It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It was not fun at all.
Scott Gardner has made lots of memories over the 20 years he's lived here at the adult assisted living facility. But he vividly recalls everyone losing all of their food and being forced into a hotel when the power went out during the freeze in February.
Freezing cold, frigid. Extra clothing on me, bathrobes.
The summer heat has led to the possibility of an opposite problem, with ERCOT asking customers to conserve energy, hoping to avoid another major outage. Gardner is already thinking ahead.
I open my doors up, let some air in, keep my blinds closed, take cold showers.
Elsewhere throughout the city,
it sucks. It's hot. You know, construction workers, we got the worst.
Folks who work outside like Kevin Rodriguez have similar ideas.
I turn everything off while I'm at work, and when I get home, turn one AC on.
But here at Noah's house, Executive Director Jonte Rollins knows a wide array of health problems makes the situation more delicate.
I have several residents who are asthmatic, and so anytime being without power, especially with the heat being, you know, a factor, you can always put on a few more layers. It's hard to take off layers.
During the freeze, Rollins says that a generator was donated to Noah's house, but it just wasn't strong enough to keep the place running. She's hoping that she can get a stronger one in the future, but right now she says the nonprofit just doesn't have the budget. Reporting live in Southwest Houston, Devin Clark, KPRC 2 News.